Hello, everyone's. I am here for Watchmen, Season 1, Episodes 1 through 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, you guys, I had been talking about adding more non-reality shows to my channel, and I started The Prodigal Son, and I watched one episode, liked it, but then the next week I was moving, and I'm still trying to get everything together, and I've yet to pick back up on it. So I may bring that back to my channel. But the Watchmen caught me because a young lady on YouTube, I think her name is Jamie, it's me. I'm subscribed to her, and I was just going to see what she was talking about. But then I was like, let me watch it first so I can, get caught up. Now, I know nothing about the comics. I'm just going by, it was so confusing, and it was so many twists and turns. I was like, yes, I must watch this show. So here we go. Now, I apologize, and I hope this video does not get flagged. My next door neighbor is outside playing music, and hopefully y'all can't hear it. And hopefully I can get this done and over with. So it starts off Tulsa, 1921. Little boy, he is inside, movie theater watching a silent movie as his mom is on the piano adding the music to the movie. And next thing you know, chaos ensues. Black people getting beat up, planes coming over, dropping things on what was called Black Wall Street. Now, little boy was scooped up, and the driver of the truck said, we only have room for one person. So I'm assuming this little boy's daddy put him in the back of the truck inside this little box, had a little note on him like keep this little boy safe or something like that. And he just curls up in the little box and was in the back of the truck. When he wakes up, the truck has got into a car accident, and the only people who survived is him and this little girl. So he picks up the little girl and is like walking around. He's maybe 4 or 5 years old. All the people that were with him, the grown-ups are dead, and behind them, the city is on fire. So hopefully we get a little bit more like, who raised the little boy? Where did he go? What happened to the little girl? Like, I'm wanting some answers. Present day, we have a police officer. He pulls over a man, and the police officers have to wear masks. And I thought I was like, why does he have a mask on? But we get to that in a little bit later. And he notices something in the dude's car. He goes to the police car, and like, hey, I noticed something in this dude's car. It's a mask from these people, like some outlaw-like peoples, and I need you to unhook my gun. Well, the person's like, okay, why you need to do asking all these questions, and when he finally unlocks it still take a few minutes, and he ends up getting shot. The police eventually get there. They want to make sure, okay, the nurses have seen him without his mask on. We need to do a background check on them so they won't tell who this man, identity is. The chief goes to the man's wife and he's been shot. He's at the hospital, but we're going to take him to our special hospital and just say that it was a car accident, because the police officers are not supposed to, you're not supposed to know their identity, because a while back or a few years ago, police officers were, followed to their homes and attacked. So now the police officers wear masks, so you don't know who they are, or if you're still a police officer, you just tell people around you that you have a job elsewhere. So this is what we're going with the storyline. Now, Angela, she is at school, and she's telling the students the science of baking because she's a baker. She used to be a police officer, and she's no longer a police officer because she was attacked. And they broke into her home, and they had to do surgery and all of these things, and now she's a baker. And one of the little boys in the class, says she bought her bakery from Red Formations. And she was looking like, okay, no, that's not it. Next thing you know, her son punches the little boy. And I was like, I just thought it was some random kid, but it's her son. But it looked like a little white boy. But we're going to get to that a little bit later on the next episode. So on the way home, he's saying that he punched the little boy because she wanted to. She's like, I didn't. But he's like, but you wanted to. He was being racist. She's like, no, he wasn't being racist. But, he's on his way towards there. The next thing you know, a siren goes off. And everybody pulls over. People who are walking get their umbrellas out, and it's raining squids. I'm like, what? What's going on here? Why is it raining squids? That was confusing to me as somebody who has not read the comic books and don't know what's going on. But as soon as the squids like hit the ground or the car, they kind of like disintegrate. And I wasn't sure what was going on. And she just gets out of the car once the siren is off and just scrapes the squid off. And they just get back in the car and roll off like it was something. I was like, okay, I need more explanation about why is it raining squid. Can somebody please tell me these things? So she gets home and she had left her pager and she got a page saying that she needs to get to the bakery. So she gets to the bakery and, you know, she's unlocking the door and there's a dude in a wheelchair like, is that your store? She's like, yeah, it'll be open a few months. It's like, okay. You think I can lift 200 pounds? And she looked at him and was like, I guess you could. And she went on into her bakery and went on about her business. She went into the back into her, I don't want to say a secret layer because that sounds like a villain type situation, but she went into her, you know, secret closet area and just suited up, and like she had this bad leather cape on. I was like, girl, you better do it with that cape. She had her little mask on, she had her hoodie on. I was like, oh, that cape looked good. I like that cape. But anyway, she suits up. They went to some dude's house. She broke in there and then got the info from dude to help bring down the rest of the I guess the little organization they're in. I think they're called Calvary. So she scooped him up, took him to some room, and they did a little this, a little that on him to tell where everybody was at, and he told where the people were at. But like the dudes that were at the farm, I guess his homeboys, they were taking a lot of batteries out of watches, and I was like, why are they taking the little round batteries? I was like, why are they taking those out of the watch? That was confusing to me. But anyways, so they do that. They go to the farm, and the cavalry, they using assault rifles. They using bullets like this big. Like, they are not here to play at all. The police, they hide behind cows. The cow's getting shot up. Angela's hiding behind the cow. The poor cow and got blew in the smithereens with her behind it. Some dudes in the truck, she like take them down. She gets into the house, but one of the dudes swallows a pill, so he don't got to get interrogated. I was like, you must be really about your mission if you're gonna kill yourself like that. Anyway, it's like two of the people, they got off and they done got into a little helicopter plane type situation, but the police officers are overhead in like a little plane helicopter situation, and they shoot at the plane helicopter situation below them. And the force was so strong that it like kind of kicked them back and they fell from the sky. It was a lot. They end up living and all that stuff, but it was still a little stressful situation. I'm probably going to have to break this off into like 3 different videos because I'm already 8 minutes in and we have 2 more episodes. So it's some old rich, weird, creepy looking dude. He, just riding around, being happy and all these other things, and he's at his castle and he's typing on his typewriter, butt naked, at the dining room table on his old school, very first typewriter that was ever invented, looking like just to type, and while like the maid lady is giving him a sponge bath at the table. I was confused by a rich, creepy, weird old dude. Don't know his name, but he's gonna be a rich, creepy, weird old dude. Like the staff and the butler, they looking all weird and creepy. I didn't know what was going on with them. The butler gives him a horseshoe to cut the cake. Is he slow? Is he a robot? And is he glitching? Because everybody looks too happy to be there, and it's master. They call him master. It was all kind of weirdness going on. I don't know what's up with the people on his staff. But I was like, are they clones? Are they like, you can scoop some of their brain intelligence out? Like, are they robots? What's going on? What's wrong with these people? Because clearly dude don't know what a knife is. He's trying to hand you a horseshoe for your birthday to blow out these candles and cut this cake. It didn't make sense at all. The chief gets a call and he goes out on his own. He don't want no driver with him or nothing. And he's driving. His wheels on his car get hit by some strips, little strip thing that the police put down. And he gets out naturally to see what's going on. And there was like this big old bright light. Then we don't see him no more. Angela and her husband are at home in the full throes of passion. I mean, the full throes of passion. On the wall, in the bed, on the dresser, all those things, and the phone is going off. But it's like, we're not trying to listen to that right now. We in the full throes of passion. So she answered the phone, being mad that, her little passion session and got interrupted by whoever called. And it was like, okay, I know you, Angela. Your name is such and such. I know who you are. Come to this location and don't put your mask on, basically. And she went around the house. She laid on this bed and did this and pulled out a shotgun. She lifted up under the fireplace, pulled out a gun, told her husband, if anybody but me rolls up in this yard, shoot them before they get to the porch. So she gets to the location, bright light. She's like, So she looks and she sees the dude in the wheelchair. And she sees her captain hanging from the tree. I'm like, hold up. How you do that? You in a wheelchair, but like, we ain't really, you are sitting in a wheelchair, but do you need this wheelchair? Is this a disguise that you have going on? How did you get this man in a wheelchair? Now, y'all remember earlier he asked, you think I can lift 200 pounds? And I guess he's showing you that he can lift 200 pounds. I was like, child. Episode 2. Angela takes dude to the bakery. She's asking him questions because she just can't understand and fathom why, one, you would kill the chief, and two, how you do that and you in a wheelchair. After handcuffing him and getting his DNA, she leaves because word has got out that the chief has been killed. She gets to the location. I hope this video does not get flagged because they playing music in the backyard in next door. But anyways, she's talking to another police officer, and he got this like shiny mask on. He's like completely, you can't see the color of his hair, his eyes, or none of those things. They talking, and like a reporter just like falls from the sky. He got on some wings to make him hover over like locations, and he trying to get info on what happened to the chief. I'm like, y'all doing too much. We flash back to the night Angela and her husband were attacked, when I was confused because they were sitting there dancing and she's like, somebody in the house. She kind of like throws him to the side, and like through the whole scuffle, he don't move, he don't get hurt or nothing, none of those things. And she's doggone fighting. She kills somebody. She gets shot in the gut, and like the killer has a gun on her, but he don't kill her. And I was confused about that. She wakes up into the hospital, and her chief is standing there like, hey, yeah, this, that, the third. But he don't say that about, the person why that person didn't kill her. He all busted up because his family got an attack too. I was like, it was weird. She goes to a museum and runs the dude's DNA that's in a wheelchair. It's like, it is a museum. You can go get your DNA test, because if you were a survivor, or if you were a descendant of a survivor from the Tulsa massacre, then you get red formation, because Robert Redford is the president. Don't ask me why. He been president for like 30 years. We in some type of alternate, like, this is present day, but it's present day, but not present day type of situation. Angela, she goes to Judge's house to be nosy, and while she's there with his wife, she kind of like, oh, I'm tired, I'm faint. And like they carry her upstairs, and when she goes upstairs, she get on her X-ray vision goggles, and she's looking around and she's snooping, and she sees this Klan's like outfit in the chief's closet. Now, it's not behind no secret door that you need a code. It's just like in the closet. So now she's thinking, was he a part of the Klan? Like, this is my best good friend. Like, what is going on? And I'm like, what is going on? Like, weird, creepy old rich dude, I think that's what I called him. He's riding on his horse, and he grabs a tomato from a tree. And I'm like, hold up, tomatoes don't come from trees. What is going on here? Like, I was confused. Like, tomatoes, they grow from the ground. You pick them from the garden. You don't pick them from a tree like it's an apple. I was confused. He got his staff performing one of the plays he done wrote, and like, since they seem like they don't have good sense or any sense at all, they performing the play, and like one of the dudes goes inside this little chamber, and you think it's all good because it's supposed so he can breathe, but like dude catches on fire, and nobody's looking like, oh word, like we catching folks on fire now. They're just like, oh, should we put him down there with the rest of them? Like the rest of them, what is going on? Why ain't y'all freaked out? What is going on with these people, y'all? If y'all know what it is, please let me know, because I was confused. Like, it was like, I don't know if they were clones, were they twins? Like, what he got going on over here? Are they robots? The doll got the same faces? What's good? Now, Angela, she gets back to the bakery. Now, wheelchair dude has not only got free from the handcuffs that she put him in, but he then went to the store across the street, came back, made some eggs, offered her some, pulled egg out of the boiling hot water, peeled it, and just threw the shells off like that. He's just like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm eating some eggs. I went across the street and got them. What you want me to tell you? So the museum calls her and lets her know about the DNA. Like, yeah, you were in Tulsa, or descendant, and you have, a few other descendants. Would you like to know their name? Like, she's like, is it Angela Akbar or something like that? It's like, yeah, this her granddaddy. Man in the wheelchair is her granddaddy. And he said he wanted to meet her and show her where she came from. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? Because he's talking, but he's like talking in riddles almost. I'm like, I need you to be direct with me. I'm a direct, be literal with me. But anyways, she was like, you know what, you want to arrest. And he's like, you find something in the closet? And I'm like, yes. He's like, I didn't mean literally. I just said he had some skeleton in his closet. I didn't mean literally go in his closet. But she literally went in his closet and found some things. But anyways, she trying to arrest him. She didn't put him in the car. She on the way to put his wheelchair in the trunk. And it was a scene out of the Coneheads movie where they got doggone car lifted up and taken off to space. Like a magnet just owned the car and just lifted him up right in her presence. And I was like, is this a scene out of Coneheads? What is going on here? Now, he did say he had friends in high places, but like, I didn't think he literally meant in high places. Child, I didn't know what was going on. And we find out he is the little boy from episode 1 because like a little news clipping, and it was saying something about keep this little boy safe or like that. And I was like, child, what's happening next? Like, what is going on next? And this is, I guess I can't get this all done on one video. We 17 minutes in. Maybe this will be like a 25-minute video. Let's see. Okay. Episode 3. We start off with this lady calling Dr. Manhattan, who he's on Mars. Like, I don't know why he's on Mars, how he got on Mars. Was he in prison to Mars? I don't know. And she's telling him some, like, story about a bricklayer. And the lady that was on the phone, she's also going to this bank to rob it. I'm like, you don't look like the type of person to be robbing a bank, but okay. And as she's robbing the bank, this wannabe, trying to be Batman comes busted in, like, to save the day. But turns out, she part of the FBI, and they contacted him so he could come and save the day because it is illegal to be a vigilante. So now, you done popped up like we wanted you to, and now you going to jail after I shoot your tail. Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, so Batman wannabe trying to be was shot and arrested. Now, Senator dude shows up, and he wants, her name is Blake, to go investigate the Tulsa Chief's murder because it don't sound right. Like, the cavalry, yeah, they some bad people, but they would have taken responsibility for this, and they haven't taken credit for it. And she knows the only reason he wants to do that because he wants to be president soon. So Blake and another agent, they go to the site where Judd was killed and notice that there's some wheelchair markings. Like, nobody noticed that there was like some lines right here that look like a wheelchair. Like, I was so busy looking at him being cute, I wasn't looking down on the ground. Well, Blake shows up where 2 police are taking this dude into custody. And, wait a minute, she's there looking for glass. And I was like, who is that? But anyways, Blake goes into, like, they're in the area where they interrogate people. And it's basically racist detecting device where they show you all these flashes to see if he racist type of situation. They're not calling that. That's what she's calling it. And she's been spot on since she got there. She knows who Wade is. And I guess because of his accent, he has a distinctable accent. And she knows Angela is Sister Knight. Like, y'all, I know these things. I'm a smart woman. Don't try to fool me. Now, it's the Chief's, funeral, and Angela has been appointed to do the eulogy. Now, it was already a point her to do the Uzi, I guess, before she knew all these things about the chief. So I'm like, I don't know how she was gonna be able to do that after she done found this Klan's robe in his room. Like, was it his daddy's robe? Was it his robe? Like, was he racist? Was he part of the Klan? Like, what is going on? I have all these questions. And while she was singing this song that he wanted to be sung at his funeral, we see some dude, like, crawling through, like, underground tunnel that he done made, and he ends up in a mausoleum. And he didn't put dynamite on his body. Now, he comes out wearing a bomb, talking about some, it is connected to my heart. And if my heart stops, that means this bomb gonna go off. So y'all just ain't gonna just kill me and think it's gonna be cool. That's not what's gonna happen. But Blake shoots him anyway. She was supposed to turn in her guns once they got there, but she kept her gun on her, like little ankle gun on her. I was like, that was smart. But you know, the bomb, after him getting shot, he dead, but the bomb is still ticking. So Angela, like, throws him inside the chief's dug up grave and throws the chief's coffin on the side of the dude, blowing the chief and old dude up all in one. I don't know if she threw the coffin on there because she mad at Chief. I don't know. Was it a little subconscious? I don't know. Now, weird, creepy old rich dude is at it yet again with his service. Like, I don't know if these is humans, if they robots, because without hesitation, they are, like, just participating in his, like, his foolishness. And, like, one of the dudes says, like, what did he say? He's like, I have no doubt, master. He's like, you are incapable of doubt. I was like, what does that mean? That this dude is incapable of doubt? Like, that you, like, I don't know. I'm confused, and he's steady being creepy. And like, he almost shot this buffalo, and like, after he shot the buffalo, somebody shot at him. I was like, okay. And when he goes into the house, like, they trying to serve him a cake again. I'm like, this is the third time y'all tried to get this man a cake, and y'all saying, for he's the jolly good fellow. Did y'all forget? Are y'all glitchy because y'all robots? Like, what's good with y'all people? Like, I'm so confused. Like, he get a letter from the game warden talking about something. He don't like the way he been acting. You been out here shooting at folks, shooting at things. You done, like, frozen one of your robot, human, I don't know, servant people. And this is like, what, the second one that then died? Well, at least the second one that has been died, or I don't even know if you can say died, that's been destroyed because of you. You got a lot going on, dude. Now, Blake finds Angela in the little tunnel where the little cavalry dude had dug, and she's coming out and she's like, here's some coffee for you. He's like, oh, okay. She's like, I already knew that you was still a part of the force. You ain't fooling me. And she got some questions about what was in Judd's closet. Because word on the street is that you was the only one that's been in that room since he died. So what was in the closet? It was a bust, but what was on the bust? And she was like, why are you asking me? She was like, well, I had some questions, some things, just wanted to know. Because you just don't seem like you're the Phaeton type of person. So you got something going on and you know something about your partner. My daddy had like a little secret room too. So I was like, maybe there's something in that secret room that you don't want to talk about. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Blake leaves and she finishes, her little message to Dr. Manhattan. And as she walking away, a car falls from the sky. And I was like, is that the car that the dude in the wheelchair was in? Was that the car that just fell from the sky? Because you just left us messing with Dr. Manhattan, and you don't even know if he's listening to him, and you don't know why you continuously giving them to him. But, like, a car falls from the sky, like, mere inches from you. Like, who is Dr. Manhattan? Why is he in the sky? Rich old dude said his name was Adrian Veidt, but I don't know anything about the the comic books. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused, and I am intrigued all at once. Like, I don't know what's going on. Weird, creepy old rich dude. He got a lot of issues. Angela seems like she don't know what to do because she done found her granddaddy. And on top of that, her partner seemed like he was in a KKK or a KKK affiliate. I don't know. But y'all, this was a good show. We're going to be back next week for episode 4. So if that was a just, make sure for now, anything that was gonna go on before now, if it was anything now. Y'all, anything, I'm out here being sick and I'm just gonna keep on rushing. So if I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people and become one of my people. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.